Hello everyone, this is Steven and I am here to do a video specifically for Logos Bible Tips and Tricks page on Facebook. And yesterday I was commenting on a thread. Somebody had commented about using Logos and OneNote together, and my comment was, well, I used OneNote before, but I got tired of having all my notes and everything I needed in one place, and so I started just using the Favorites tool in Logos to organize all my research, to organize all my thoughts and notes and anything like that. So what I did was just started using the Favorites tool, and I've had some people ask how to do that and how to organize it. But let me go ahead and make this disclaimer. At this time, Logos does not allow you to import any kind of graphics into its note system, which is kind of a shame. It's a highly requested feature, and hopefully that will be remedied in Logos 9. I don't know if they will or not, but it would be great if they would allow you to import images. So if you rely heavily on images, as long as your images are already inside of Logos, such as I have a large media collection, I also have a Logos infographics collection. I have the Faith Life Media infographics. I have several books and things like that with graphics based. So as long as they're inside of them, you can use them inside your favorites folder. But if they're outside, you're going to have to put them into another program and then bring all of your research over from Logos into that program if you want it. But this is a simple solution for me. And so I'm going to show you how to do that very quickly here. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you need to do is you need to access your Tools menu to find your favorites. Now my favorites are already up here as a shortcut, but if you don't have it up there, just scroll down under Tools until you see your Library, and then you'll see your favorites. Now if you right click that, you can pin it to the top, where it will go up to the very top where you saw my favorites at. And of course mine is already checked up, and so excuse my video is kind of slows down everything here. So there it is at the top, and we're going to go ahead and open that up, and I'm going to expand this out a little bit, hopefully. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll pull this over all the way into another window so it opens up. And then I will make this into a 2 layout so that we can kind of see clearly how to do things. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get started here. And what are favorites used for? Well, favorites is a great way to organize any of your notes, any of your clippings, any of your just research in general. And you know, if you look under here under Docs, or your documents, you can find any of your notes very easily. You can filter them out. There's all kinds of filters. But you got to open 10, 15, 20 different ones and filter out a whole bunch of different ones to get all of your research that you've done. And Favorites kind of takes this and it brings it all into one folder. And you can see I've already got a few folders here organized, and some of the things I've got organized. And I'll show you my baptism folder that I've been studying baptism for a while. But you see how many different subfolders I have under that. And if you drop each one down, you can see that I have different things under there that I've collected. And some of them are folders, some of them are folders, subfolders of subfolders. And but the good thing about the favorites is you can bring any document, any graphic, or anything in that's already inside of Logos. So I don't have to go open up 10 different documents. I can just drop down a single folder, let's say 1 Peter, and I can get, here's my introductory material, and here's some of the notes I had. I can open up my whole entire notebook that I have. This is a notebook I had. I'm going to show you this. And you see it opens up not just one note, it opens up the entire notebook I have had on 1 Peter. And again, excuse my video is a little slow. So these are all the notes that I've taken studying 1 Peter. And so that's just something that the favorites allows you to do. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get an example here. Let's say you're a seminary student and you're writing a paper, and your paper is specifically about the prologue of John's Gospel. Well, you can see here in my Bible, I already have it open. So let's go ahead and we'll make a folder. We'll make a head folder. This is going to be our head folder. Everything is going to fall under this one folder. And this one is going to be called, Prologue of John. And so what you want to do is you want to click New Folder. And excuse me while I type. I am not a very good typer. And you can see I've already misspelled. Prologue of John. So everything we do is going to be under the Prologue of John. Now, let's say, for example, we want to get the original verse here. So we want to add the NA28 to our Prologue of John. Now, there's essentially two ways we can do this. We can take it and we can drag it right on over here. And when you see that blue line, you see how I did there. Let me see. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this one more time because I accidentally dropped it. I'm using a trackpad here. I'm not using a mouse, so it's a little more difficult. When you're dragging, you can see where the blue line is, and if you indent it under that blue line, if you leave it undented, it's going to be in the same level, which would be it wouldn't put it under that folder. And so when you collapse that arrow, you see that it's still parallel with that. But if you take it and you drag it to where you see the blue line indented underneath of it and then drop it, then you can see how it's kind of indented underneath of it, and you know it belongs to that folder. So that's where we're going to keep that one. Now, let's say, for example, we're going to open a passage guide here. Do reference John 1:1. And again, excuse my computer. It's a little slow when I'm recording video. I don't know why it's so slow. It's just the memory, I guess. So I'm going to open up this passage guide here. And I'm going to show you the second way that you can add stuff. Now, a lot of times stuff will open in the same window and you'll have to drag it. But if you want to drag it over to a separate window, it's a little bit easier to do it this way. Now, let's say while we're on the passage guide, we go to our commentary section, and I'll just open up the first commentary that I have. And again, you see how it opened up. I can either take this and drag it right on over my folders and do it that way, or you make sure it's highlighted here into a separate window, make sure the orange is on, and then just hit your add button. And you can see John 1:15, it gives you the name of the commentary. And it's not in its position, so we want to take that and drag it until that blue line is underneath there. And so both of those are under the Prologue of John. Now let's say we're studying John 1:1, and we come in and we want to do a word study on this word logos. So we right click. Again, my video is a little slow here, or my logos is a little slow. And we're going to go under the lemma, hit Bible Word Study. And let's say under the census section, while the census is loading, let's say we're looking at our commentary, and we see this article here about the word logos. So now, that's kind of interests us, and so we want to do more on this word logos. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to add it under the same heading here. I'm going to add, and then I'm going to create a new folder because I don't want it to be parallel. I want it to be under John 1:1, specifically this article here. And so I'm going to take a new folder, and we're just going to name it Logos. And we're going to take this, put it under here, and then we're going to drag this article under that one. So now we have a article that's a subfolder or a subsection of this folder here. And we could even go as far as taking this and putting it under there. And so you see your sections are divided neatly. You can have anything you want. Now let's go back to our word study for a minute because I want to show you this. Let's say while you're doing your senses, you come across and see in the senses that it's translated as the Word of God. Okay, that's interesting. Where else does John translate this word, logos, as the Word of God? And so let's say we want to find that out. So we click on the senses, and I'm actually going to dock this over here. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Dock this tab. There we go. I'm going to put it over here. And right now we have it set for all passages. And so I'm going to do just Johannine literature. So I'm going to start typing it in, and there it comes up. So John, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, and Revelation. And so I want to see where John uses this also as the Word of God, where he translates it. And again, mine's going to take a little bit longer simply because my video's running and it eats up memory. And so it's going to take a minute. But once we get that done, we're going to take that and we're going to drag it over into our folder. So let's just go ahead and take this whole and put it in there. It will actually open up the word Bible study for you, the whole Bible study, so that you can see it. But you'll see in Johannine literature, once it loads up, you'll see that John uses it approximately 7 times. But anyway, it's really a simple way of organizing your material, and a simple way of just having everything in one place. And again, you can put anything in there. You can put passage lists, you can put clippings, you can put notebooks, entire notebooks in there. You can put any kind of graphics. You can put anything in there you want. So I hope it just explains it a little bit better. I'm not the great video extraordinaire when it comes to making it, or explanation extraordinaire, but I hope this is helpful, and I hope you can use it. I use it all the time. Of course, it doesn't reflect on here, but I do use it quite a bit, and I've actually got another account that sometimes I use it under. So hopefully this will be helpful for y'all, and if you got any questions, just let me know. I'm going to post this in the same thread that the discussion went in. So good day. Hope all y'all have a wonderful Lord's Day worshiping, and we'll see you later.